Scooby Doo, where are you? You got some work to do now. Because what the fuck is this show? Hi, Bon here. Hello, today we are doing a video on Is Velma a Mary Sue? And it's not Velma from the OG Scooby-Doo, it's Velma from this stank ass, fucky ass, stupid ass, dumb ass, shitty ass, woke ass HBO show called Velma. Bro, I couldn't sit through an episode. I'm in midterm week right now, and so I watched a little bit of it when I was doing one of my midterms. Bro, bro, this show is terrible. But you know what it gave me? The perfect opportunity to do a Mary Sue video because holy shit, Velma sucks in this show, bro. Velma is trash. And this time we got the questions, not just me making random points. She that much of a Mary Sue? Well, we haven't come to the conclusion yet, but she's that shitty of a character. I can bring the questions back out again. So let's get it done. Question 1. So question 1: are they a self-insert of the author creator? Yes, they are. If you didn't know, one of the like big co-writers of the show is Mindy, whatever her last name is. And Mindy, any project that she's in, she makes it about herself. That's why Velma is Indian now, because Mindy wants to self-insert herself into Velma and literally just air out all her frustrations through Velma and think like, oh, this is woke, we're representation, but it just turns out it's a really shitty character. Velma sucks. And also, if you didn't know, like I said, Mindy, any project that she's in, it's about her. You gonna know that she was in it. Mindy had this show called The Mindy Project, and it lasted for way too long. It lasted from 2012 to 2017 for 6 seasons. And you want to know the whole plot of the show? An Indian woman making it in the corporate world. That was it. That was the whole plot. I don't. Is Velma a self-insert? Yes, because the fact that she's Indian now, the fuck. And now I understand why some white people say, like, when certain characters get like blackwashed, don't get me started on what they did to my boy Shaggy, bro. It's not about Shaggy. Even though they massacred my boy, it's not about him. But I understand what some white people mean when they say like blackwash and shit. Cause now I understand that. When they unnecessarily race swap a character, if you wanna represent the minorities, just make a new character. Norville don't count because Norville is just changing Shaggy. And also, why isn't Scoobs in the show? The show was surrounded by him, the dog. Why isn't the dog in the show? It's just about, literally, it's about we hate white men, minorities, gay, whole bunch of woke shit. And I'm fruity, bro. And I'm black. And it's terrible, bro. But is Velma a self-insert? Yeah, she is. The fact that Mindy, I don't remember her last name, but the creator's like Mindy something. The fact that Velma is turned Indian and she's like, it's her weight is a big thing about it. It feels like Mindy, when she like got on the show, she's just airing out all the frustrations she's been through, I guess, throughout her life through Velma. But Velma, she not about that. But this isn't my girl Velma, bro. This isn't my girl. And I'm not mad at Velma's fruity. We been knew she was fruity. But to put her with Daphne, bro, this is weird. It's weird. But is Velma a self-insert? Yeah. Because I just started running into a bunch of other questions. But is she a self-insert? Yup. Next question. Are they ridiculously overpowered without explanation? Now, with this one, it's not going to be like overpowered as in like, you know, powers. I would just say maybe plot armor. I don't know what to replace overpowered with, but there are no equal standards in that show. Cause okay, here's an example. Fred, white boy, he is the butt of every joke because he is the white man in the show. And the whole joke is that he has a small peen because he hasn't hit puberty. That's the whole joke. And they framed him to be, well, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, but they frame him to be the murderer. But Fred, he literally, his whole thing is that he has a small peen because he hasn't been through puberty. Gang, what the fuck? What are we writing right now? And then with Velma, she gets body shamed. We supposed to feel bad for her. Hey, you're being a dickhead. But then we get the body shame Fred because he hasn't hit puberty. That's ain't his fault. And there you go, spreading other shit for other, like, if there's ever, God forbid, there's any like impressionable kids watching this show. But let's say some kids are like, yo, I haven't really hit puberty like that. So is that a bad thing? Now you're making kids mad if they got a small peen, even though it's okay. Or just body in general, if they haven't developed to the way that they should be, it's fine. It's just, she isn't overpowered. It's just her plot. There's no double standards. So like Velma, she's the great one. She's that girl. But then everyone is trash shit. We all love Velma. We hate everybody else because everybody else is mean or white man or something. That's like, it's her plot is terrible. So is she, we're saying overpowered as in like, there are no double standards in her plot. Even if it doesn't make sense or even if it makes her look like a bad person, she's still supposed to be the good person or the hero of the story. So is she overpowered plot-wise? Yeah, and it's terribly written shit. Next question. This one kind of runs into the next one, but does your plot make sense? Motherfucker, if you watch the show, the whole show doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to finish the show. I cannot comprehend anything that is happening. The amount of times I rolled my eyes in the first episode is just that Velma, she's a dickhead. Her mom went missing. Boo fucking who, bro. And I think that's why we're supposed to feel bad for her. We're supposed to be able to feel bad for her because she's a nerd. Nobody likes her. She's fat. She's a minority. She gets no hoes. Her ex-best friend, which is Daphne, they aren't cool anymore, but then they eventually become cool and then they're gay. It's like a really bad enemies to lover fanfic. Or no, it's friends to enemies to lovers. But it's just like a really, really poor written Wattpad. That's that's literally all there is. And Velma's plot is, as in Scooby-Doo, to figure out the mystery. But throughout that plot, she is dogging on everyone, judging everyone, being a dickhead to everyone, especially Fred. Free my boy Fred. And then I'm pretty sure we got Norville being a simp, knowing damn well that Velma is fruity, even though everyone knows she was fruity. And I'm not gonna call him Shaggy because that isn't Shaggy, it's Norville now. Shaggy, my boy, he's a pothead who did not give a fuck. He was in his van, getting high with his dog, eating dog treats, even though he should really be eating his dog treats, but it's okay. That's what Shaggy was. Now we got this corny ass Norville sipping over Velma, who we all knew was fruity. But like, it's just, it's so bad. And it's like the show is trying to hit all demographics, but it's failing poorly. Or it's trying to do representation of women, but then putting down men or putting down other groups, which doesn't make any sense. If you want equality, you have to be equal with the, I don't want to say opposing, because that sounds like we fighting, but you know, with the opposite, whatever. You don't put that down to uplift. That's not how uplifting works. Uplifting is so we all equal. So does her plot make sense? Absolutely not, because it's just belittling everyone in the story to make her seem like I'm that bitch. When she's not. She's not that bitch. She's not that bitch, bro. Next question. Does their character have substance when support characters are taken away? Bro, the support characters barely have any substance. Never mind taking them away. Velma by herself is a dickhead who is full of herself. stingy, she's petty, she holds on to so much shit, bro. Literally, her and Daphne falling out, she held on to that shit, bro. Like, she will not let it, she doesn't let anything go, bro. She is mad petty. And just because of her insecurity, she lashes out at everyone. That's why she lashes out on Fred. Fred, he got more plot. Fred, here's Fred's plot in what I've gotten so far. Fred comes from a rich family, right? It's like, think of it as a kid coming from like a racist family, but they're not trying to be racist. Actually, that was a really bad example. But Fred's plot is that he comes from a rich family, and he wants to, I guess, like fit in or be manly like his father, but he's not. And they're not. And that show is trying to make it seem like it's bad for men to embrace vulnerability, to embrace being emotional. It's okay to be emotional, because that means you're human. If you're not emotional, you're a fucking psychopath. And we don't like psychopaths. But Fred, it's just, he's a dude raising and growing up in a rich family who is they're just trying to make another carbon copy of them. He's supposed to live up to the rich family expectations, which doesn't want to. Him having a late puberty, that adds to it. It's just, he's just trying to fit in, but he can't. And him being rich automatically puts a stigma on him. And overall, Fred is a himbo. And we love him for that. But now they just made him into white men, bad white men. We hate white men. That's what the show turned him into, and it's terrible. It's just the whole plot, and then you take away all the other characters, what they barely do to the story. Velma by herself, like I said, she is petty, stingy, judgmental. She's insecure. She's not a good person by herself. And even when the characters are there, she's trash. You see all those negative things shining through, which is why, like, Mindy inserting herself into this character is terrible. Because we just get a bad character. I understand if you want a show to have a little piece of you, that's okay. But changing a whole character and making her fucking unlikable, that is crazy. Because Velma in the OG Scooby-Doo, she was the problem solver. She was the quick thinker. She was cool. She was chill. She was that girl. She not that girl anymore. They massacred her, bro. So does she have any plot, any substance when support characters are taken away? No, because even the support characters themselves, they don't have any substance. The whole cast is shit. Next question. Are they relatable? She tries to be, but she's not. And I don't know for sure. I'm not Indian, so I don't know. But even with the show, I don't even think they have that many inside joke with only Indians will understand. Like, for instance, like the show Blackish, Black people will understand some of the shit that's going on. Even non-Black people will understand. But the Blackish targeted towards Black people, there's that. But with Velma, she's not relatable, bro. She petty. I guess she relatable in that instance. But relatable, oh, she cool. I see myself in her. If you see yourself in Velma, you're a bad person. Because Velma is terrible. She is not, you don't want to relate to her. This is just for the show BoJack Horseman. If you relate to BoJack, that's how you know you got some problems you gotta fix. But with BoJack, you know you gotta resolve, be better than BoJack. With Velma, it's just if you heard, you're a dickhead, bro. You're trash. You're literally garbage. You're trash. So, there's the fact that she has no substance doesn't make her relatable, and the little substance that she has, she's a shit character. So is she relatable? No. Next question. We about to be done with this video, bro. Do they have any flaws that interfere with the story? They don't interfere, just make her a little more like a dickhead. Her story, the story makes me want to cry. I want to puke. And I will not be finishing the show because I literally cannot watch it. Because her flaws is her whole character. Her whole character is a flaw. And you know who else is flawed? Mindy, whatever the fuck her last name is. Mindy is flawed. She inserted herself into Velma. Now Velma is flawed with all this inner shit. She turned Velma into an OC. That's what Mindy did. Velma is an OC and she's using her OC to vent all her frustrations. And then it just turns Velma into a shit character. Her flaws are her whole entire character, her whole personality, and her whole plot. So do her flaws interfere with the story? I guess not. It's just because the story is already shit. There's nothing to interfere with. So that's not a good thing. Next question. Are all the things that happen to them weird convenient? Wow. Are all the things that happen to them weirdly convenient? Gang, I don't know. I'm not watching the rest of the show. There's not enough story for, like, the story is so shit, bro. Story is shit. The characters are shit. All the things that happen to them weirdly convenient. No, she's the problem. Like, that, it doesn't answer the question. So for this one, I'm just gonna say, man, who the fuck knows? But she's such a shit character, bro. Next question. Can the story continue without them? I don't fucking know. There is no story. The story is shit. If we take Velma out of the story, I guess not. I don't know. We can have shit on Fred. He has a little story. But like that should like last like 2 episodes, maybe 3, if it's like all based on him. Other than that, I don't really think it matters for real. So can the story continue without them? No, I guess, but it's cause there's no story. Next question, or last question? Are they batshit annoying? Yeah. Yeah, I just heard me rant about her. Is she batshit annoying? Yes, the fuck she is. So, in conclusion, are they a Mary Sue? Bitch, what the fuck you think? Yes, they're a Mary Sue. Velma's a Mary Sue. Velma is shit. What do you think? Ew, you can see my chaplets. I'm so sorry. But yeah, is Velma a Mary Sue? Fuck yeah, bro. She's literally a self-insert of Mindy, whatever the fuck her last name is, and all her. Velma is literally an OC, bro. Mindy turned Velma into an OC and used her as like to vent. It's terrible, bro. That's it. I'm not watching the rest of that show, bro. That show is terrible. But that's it for me. I don't know when this video is coming out, but it will be soon. So, Bonju is here, Bonju is there, Bonju is everywhere. My name is Lily Deadsec. This was Are They a Mary Sue? And I remember to say it before I did the outro. And yes, Velma is a Mary Sue. And I will see you sometime soon. Later. Also, y'all, let me know what other videos y'all want. Y'all want like a setup tour or something? I just need something to record, please. Alright, bye, y'all.